Hi there and welcome to our channel. In this video, we'll be discussing how to sound like a native speaker in English. Whether you're learning English as a second language or you want to improve your language skills, these tips will help you sound more like a native speaker. Point 1. Learn and use idioms and slang. One of the best ways to sound like a native speaker is to learn and use idioms and slang. These expressions are commonly used by native speakers in casual conversation and can add a lot of personality and character to your language skills. For example, instead of saying I'm tired, you could say I'm beat or I'm knackered. However, be careful about where and when you use slang. Knowing when it is appropriate and when it isn't also brings you closer to sounding and feeling like a native speaker. Point 2. Pronunciation and stress. Correct pronunciation and stress are critical to sounding like a native English speaker. Practice your pronunciation and focus on the stress and intonation of words and phrases to sound more natural. For example, the word advertisement is pronounced with a stress on the second syllable, while chocolate is pronounced with a stress on the first syllable. It is certainly better to focus on pronouncing and stressing the words, phrases, and sentences correctly than to speak fast. Remember, speaking fast will not make you sound like a native speaker if your speech is not clear. Point 3. Use contractions. Using contractions in your speech will make you sound more like a native speaker. Contractions are shortened versions of words like I am to I'm, you are to you're, or they have to they've. Contractions are very common in spoken English, and using them in your speech will help you sound more natural. Point 4. Listen and imitate. One of the best ways to sound like a native speaker is to listen to native speakers and imitate their speech. Watch English language movies or TV shows, listen to English language radio or podcasts, and practice repeating what you hear. You can even record yourself speaking and compare your pronunciation and intonation with that of a native speaker. Point 5. Use connecting words. Using connecting words like and, but, so, and however will help your speech flow more naturally. Native speakers use these words frequently to connect their ideas and thoughts, so it is essential to use them in your speech too. Point 6. Use appropriate grammar. Grammar is an essential aspect of any language, and using appropriate grammar is necessary to sound like a native speaker. Pay attention to the grammar rules when learning the language and use them accordingly and correctly in your speech. For example, instead of saying me and my friend went to the store, say my friend and I went to the store. Some would say that grammar is not so important. Although we at JCR English do agree that grammar should not be studied out of context and separate from speech, we don't think it's unimportant. On the contrary, using grammar correctly can lead to misunderstandings and problems in communication. That is why we make sure our learners master grammar in an interesting way while using it to talk about topics important or interesting to them, making mistakes and learning from the corrections. Point 7. Learn collocations. Collocations are words that often go together, such as take a shower, make a decision, or have a conversation. Using collocations in your speech will make you sound more natural and fluent. Learning collocations is especially useful for improving your vocabulary and making your speech more precise and accurate. In conclusion, sounding like a native speaker in English requires a lot of practice, dedication, and attention to detail. By following these tips, you can improve your language skills and sound more natural in your speech. Remember to learn and use idioms and slang, focus on pronunciation and stress, use contractions, listen and imitate, use connecting words, use appropriate grammar, and learn collocations. We at JCR English are here to help you master your communication skills in English, whether through our YouTube and Instagram videos, individual or group lessons, or even the video courses of English. If you would like to improve with us, pick the most suitable method for you and start getting closer to sounding like a native speaker. Thank you for watching and see you again in another video. Goodbye!